Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr, and on this channel we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. First of all, we are competing with the noise outside because it's hot and I have to have the window open. Sorry. Okay, so my skin is already clean and prepped. I actually have, I did an acid treatment and some other stuff on my skin, so I'm just going to leave my face without a base. Everything else though, for my eyes, lips, I'll do that. So let's get going. I am going to be using the M.A.C Connect and Color eyeshadow palette, and this one is called Rose Lens. This is the box that it comes in. Isn't it beautiful? It's so pretty. And then this is the palette itself. Isn't that nice? M.A.C is really stepping up their game, you guys. They have like taken their beautiful shadow formula and they have repackaged it, and it's lovely. I hope that it's not washed out on camera. The other one was kind of washed out, but it's so pretty. And I love pink. So let's do this, you guys. I'm so excited. I love M.A.C. And I'm just glad to see that they really are just back in action. All right, so for my eyes, I already used my Essence, this one. Let me show you really quick. Well, I'll just tell you, the Essence Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow primer. I already used that in my eyes. I also used the e.l.f. putty primer underneath my eyes, but there's nothing else on my face. So for my lid, because I really want this pink to pop, I'm going to start off with this Bed of Roses Caviar Stick from Laura Mercier. And we're going to put that all over the lid. And this is just to give that pink a really strong pink base against the brown of my lid. Because I really want that pink to be pink. There we go. Okay, and then for under my eyes, I'm actually going to go in with this Milani Conceal Perfect No. 4 Nectar Color Corrector. I really like this, but it is messy, so if you buy it, be careful. And I'm just going to do a little bit of color correcting. I just have natural, hereditary dark circles under my eyes. Nothing wrong, it's normal. But I do want to neutralize that a little bit, and then I'll go over that with some concealer. But we're going to let that sit there for a little minute and just set in. When I do this, this stops that kind of grayish cast that I get under my eyes when I put my concealer on top. Okay, so let's get back to the lid really quick. We have a flat brush right here. Normally when I do my shadow, I do it in a gradient, so I have the lightest in the inside, darkest in the outside for colors. I don't have any particular order that I want to use these colors in. I just kind of looked at it and thought they were all pretty. So I think I'm going to begin with this satin right here. And I'm going to use that for all of my lid. I'm not seeing a lot of kickback in the pan, and I'm just going to pack this on. There we go, just packing it on the lid. We'll go on with more colors in a minute. My goal is to use all 6 colors, but we'll see how that goes. There we go. So that satin is now all over the lid, nice and bright. And then for the next color, I want to use this pink. Let's go with this pink right here. They all have names, but I'm not reading them. I'm just pointing out which ones I'm using. I'm using the same brush, and we're going to use that pink on the outer half of my eye. And we're just going to pack it on. So I'm just dividing my eyelid in half, and I'm putting pink on one half of it. and I'm just packing on the color. I'm not seeing any fallout, and I'm not seeing any kickback in the pan, and I'm not surprised because MAC just has some of the highest quality shadow I've ever used, and it's definitely was one of the first shadows that I recognized, you know, quality is a big deal. Before that, I was using like Maybelline, L'Oreal, and not to say they're bad, or Wet n Wild. And again, not to say they're bad, but you can just see the difference in the quality and how you're able to put the color on, how saturated it is, how well it blends with other shades, how much extra fillers in the pan so you don't get a lot of kickback. You're dealing with more pigment. It's just, it's MAC. Okay, so now let's go in with this shadow right here. And we're going to use that for the inner half of the lid. So we're popping that same brush. We're just going to flip it over to the clean side. We're going to pop that onto the inner. Just have those two colors meeting like there's a seam right here. There we go. Can you see that? All right, so now let's go in with our third color. No, fourth color. Wait, third color. Fourth. I can count. We're gonna oh, what a mess. We're gonna use this one right here in the middle. Look, I chipped my nail today. Isn't that terrible? I've only had it for like a week and already I chipped it. We're taking the same brush, but we're using that deeper pink side, and we're gonna grab that other nice satin color, and we're gonna take that right here in the middle between those other two shades, right down the center. And this is just blending those two colors together. Can you see how that looks? How it just makes it look like a nice seamless transition. Now, same brush. We haven't changed brushes, have we? We're going to take the deeper side and we're going to go in with this color right here. And we're going to use that for the outer corner. And we're just packing that on right there in the outer V. And we're going to blend all this out. Okay. So we're going to set this brush down and we are going to grab this fluffy blending brush. And we're going to take that and we're going to do a little bit of blending with that first color right there. So the only one that we haven't used yet is this one. We're going to take this fluffy brush right there into that satin color, and we're going to go right up here into the crease. And the reason I'm doing that is because typically when I'm looking at my eye, I already have a natural shadow there because I have relatively deep sockets. So I don't really need to deepen it up per se, but I do want to take the color and bring it up a little bit, just to tie the look together. Because when I'm looking down, you can see that, right? I'm doing the same thing on this side. Just taking that color and blending it right up the crease. There we go. Okay. So for my outer corner, I think I want to deepen that up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is grab a smaller brush. It's a little small fluffy brush. And I'm going to go back into that deeper color. And we're going right back here into that V shape. Can you see that? It's like a V right here. And that's where we're depositing that color. And we'll do the same thing with this side. And there we go. We'll keep this little brush handy because we're going to use it again. Let's go in with our concealer. This is the Lancome Tainty Dole Ultra Wear Concealer. I have mine in the shade 470. I'm going to go pop that right in here, coming up just below my eye, just below that lash line. I'm doing that because if I go up any further, it's hard for me to blend it out properly. And you can see that the color corrector we used from earlier is dry. So I don't have to worry about disturbing it or moving it because it's going nowhere. I have a blending brush here. I'm going to take a little of this Mario Badescu settings or facial spray with cucumber, and I normally use my sponge dry, but the other day my sponge was a little bit wet and I kind of like that. So I don't want it to be wet wet, I want it to be slightly damp. So this is slightly damp. We're going to take that and we're just going to pat out the concealer. This concealer can be used all over the face or just as a concealer. So they formulated it in a way that's kind of clever because if you're in a pinch and you need foundation and you only have this concealer, you're still good to go because you can just use the concealer. And it's very skin-like. I love that. This whole line I actually really love, but the concealer is the star of the show. I mean, they made the foundation and concealers to match pretty much every skin shade and tone, and I'm here for it. Lancome and Estee Lauder really were the first ones in the game to come up with more comprehensive bases for the masses. And then, of course, NARS hopped on board, and then Fenty got a lot of publicity for it, but Lancome and Estee Lauder were in the game for a long time. What do you think? Very skin-like, right? That's what we're going for, is just kind of a natural skin-like look. So we want to, I don't know if I want to use a setting powder for this. I don't know if I'm in the mood for that. So we're going to probably just go in with this pencil first and then we'll figure it out. This is Demolition from Urban Decay. It's one of my favorite liners. We're going to use that to line. And a tight line, meaning we are lining that upper waterline. I like to do this because it makes my lashes look thicker. There we go. And I don't generally line my lower lash line, but today I'm feeling adventurous. So let's grab our compass case. I'm going to grab out, what is it called? The liner from Urban Decay. I think it's called Love Drug. This one. Yeah, Love Drug. And we're going to line the lower lash line. You heard it here first, folks. I know I always tell you that I don't line my lower lash line because I feel like it ages me, but every once in a while I feel like doing it. And if you do it in such a way that's strategic, you can make it look really nice. So we're going to do that. Let's set this to the side. So we're going in with Love Drug. Actually, I probably should sharpen this. I really love the Urban Decay pencils. They are my favorite for liners. And I think one of the reasons why I really like them, aside from the quality, and then just the different types of colors that they come in, is that you have to sharpen these. And I think that as far as eyeliners are concerned, when I'm just taking kind of a cursory glance at my stash over here, I think most of the eyeliners that I use most frequently are the ones that have to be sharpened. The ones that have the little twist up sort of deal, I don't really gravitate towards those. And I don't know if it's just because I feel like when you sharpen it, somehow it's like better. I don't know. Let's do the upper line first. I feel like I'm moving really slow. I am moving really slow. We're already at 18 minutes, you guys. Part of the reason, though, is because I normally film in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, and this is just a day off for me, so I don't really have to do that. I can just relax and not rush. Let's see. That's right, we're going to do the lower. Oh my gosh. I know I never do this, you guys. I know. But today we're doing it. I feel like I should have picked a brighter color. What do you think? Should I have picked a brighter color for my lower lash line? Or is this okay? I just don't want it to like close off my eye. I think it's okay. It's a little pop of color. We're going to go underneath that in a second anyway, so that's that. But yeah, you were here first. You saw it. You saw me do it. So now when I'm talking trash in all of my subsequent videos, you guys can be like, hey, we saw you. You put the liner on the lower lash line. Stop talking trash. All right, we have a flat brush here because we want to go in and do a little bit of mirroring. So I'm just going to basically use these colors to mirror the upper, but on the lower lash line. So we're going to start off with the inside with the lighter colors, and then we'll work our way to the outside. And we're just doing this just below the lashes. So we're going to mirror the top and the bottom, right? All right, there we go. Ta-da! I love it. I'm so glad that MAC came out with these colors. They're beautiful, you guys. I'm just really enjoying it. I missed MAC. So you're going to see more looks with these palettes. I'll definitely be putting them, into the rotation because maybe it's for nostalgia purposes, but I really believe that their formula is just tried and true. And I think that if you're looking for a really good palette, I would go with one of these or even the bigger one. I have two of the smaller ones right now, and I think I've just placed an order for one of the big ones. But yeah, you can't go wrong. You really can't. I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is the travel one. So the travel one comes with like 2 caps. And I guess it's to make sure that you don't have any issues while traveling. I have that same blending brush. I'm just going to use it to pat out the setting powder or the setting spray. Just pressing this in very gently so you can really set that concealer. I'm not using any powder. Just let my face be glossy. Because like I said, I did use that treatment. So generally speaking, when I use like an acid treatment, throughout the day my face just gets oily, which is fine because later on it looks pretty fabulous. So I have no problems with that. So just setting spray today, no powder. All right, and then for my lashes, I'm going to go with the Benefit Bad Gal Bang for the mascara. And I really like this formula a lot. I'm just really terrible with the spoolie because I tend to poke my eye out. I have noticed that when I'm filming, I don't poke my eye out. So maybe if I just pretend to turn my camera on days I do my makeup that I'm not filming, I won't poke my eye out. Like maybe there's some kind of psychology behind that. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just more careful when I'm on camera. That seems like it's more probable. Do I have any statisticians out there? Can you break that down for me, please? Thank you in advance. See how this mascara takes your lashes and just, it makes them look so long. I mean, there's no way. My lashes are not this long, you guys, and yet the mascara is just pulling it out. Mascara is like, oh, I'm gonna make your lashes look long. It's gonna happen. So if you're looking for a just super lengthening mascara, this is it. I throw my mascaras out pretty frequently, and this is a bit pricey, so keep that in mind as well. I'm sure that you can find a really nice lengthening formula that's like Essence. It's my favorite. I love Essence mascaras. I think it's Andrea Maldonado that I follow who turned me on to the Lash Princess. And ever since then, I've been buying Essence mascaras. Ugh, and I have allergies, sorry. All right, let's do the bottom. I think we're done fiddling with the top. But can you see how that, wow. It's like those lashes came out of nowhere. And then, since my eye is so dramatic, I want to go in with a lip that's not dramatic. So, let's see. Let's put this away. And I'm not wearing any blush today either, you guys. I'm just trying to, like I said, just tone it down with the base. But you'll see some blush in my next video, I promise, because I love blush so much. I have a lot of Dior back here, but I think I'm just gonna go with this. Fussy. It's a good old standby, right? Actually, you know, at least let me get a lip liner and like do my lip a little bit, because I feel like it's not gonna quite be. What's this one? This is NYX. It's Edge Pink. What does this look like? Yeah, this will work. Okay. That's good. I haven't used this in a long time. But I can tell you that between NYX and MAC, I think that NYX actually makes my favorite lip liners. I have so many that are from NYX. I have a ton from MAC too, but I think NYX, I think I just like their shades better, possibly because I think they're made in the same place. But I don't know. Let's put some Fussy. Don't want it on our teeth. Okay. What do you think, you guys? Do you like this look? I love it. I love MAC, like I said, and I love pink. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.